just be ready with your pen and paper and start solving each question which comes in front of you this moment onwards. So solve this first one. So this was the expression. We were given this term. So we can see that in this case this is 3 to the power 2 multiplied by 3 to the power minus 3. So at least the numerator can be straightforward simplified to 3 to the power 2 minus 3. And in the case of denominator, this is in a way 3 to the power minus 1 to the power 4, which makes it simply 3 to the power minus 4. So when this term will go in the numerator, so this would be this term, this power minus this power, which would give me 3 to the power, look, this is minus 1. And when this term goes to the numerator, it would become minus 4. So this gives me 3 to the power 4 minus 1, that is 3 to the power 3, which is 27. So this is my final answer. So this is the complete simplified version of the given expression, which was actually very straightforward. Now solve the next one. So this was the term, again a very straightforward one. The numerator was simple, 5 to the power minus 3 whole to the power 2, which gives me 5 to the power minus 6. So now in the case of this denominator, the only task was this, that we can easily convert the base, which was 25 in this case, to actually 5. And that was very straightforward because we know that actually 25 is 5 square. So this can be written as 5 square directly. So this would be giving me 5 square to the power minus 4, which is actually what? 5 to the power minus 6, and over here it is 5 to the power minus 8 now. So now the task is straightforward. I can simply take this term to the numerator, which would give me 5 to the power minus 6. This would become 5 to the power 8 when it comes to the numerator. So I can directly write it as 5 to the power minus 6 multiplied by 5 to the power 8, or I can simply just subtract these two powers, minus 8. It means the same thing. So this gives me minus 6 plus 8, which means 5 square, and that is 25, which is my final answer. So all these are very straightforward questions. The only task is this, that we get well versed with the basic understanding. We are able to do this very fast. So now solve the next one. So now this was the term, again a very simple one. So the only task is to actually first look at this expression in a simplistic manner. That's it. This is the only task. So in this case, the term was inside the bracket, it was 2 to the power minus 1, which we know that it means 1 upon 2, and 4 to the power minus 1, which means 1 upon 4. This divided by 2 to the power minus 2. So this divided by minus 2 divided by 2 to the power minus 2. So this is the expression now in a way. So when this is 2 to the power minus 2, I can write it over here in this manner, or I can simply write it this as multiplication of 1 upon 2 to the power minus 2, which we know means the same thing. Divided by x means multiplied by 1 upon x. This is the sense. So I've just taken the reciprocal of this expression. It becomes 1 upon 2 to the power minus 2. So now this is the term, which gives me what? 1 upon 2 multiplied by 1 upon 4, and 2 to the power minus 2 when taken to the numerator, it becomes 2 to the power 2. And 2 to the power 2 is actually what? 4. So this 4 and this 4 are cancelling, and my answer is straightforward, 1 upon 2. That's it. So this was such a straightforward question. Now solve the next one. So now this was the term. We were given the expression 3 to the power minus 1 plus 4 to the power minus 1. So when these terms are added or subtracted, then we don't have any direct formula as such. So then what's the need of the R? We need to actually simplify the entire expression. So this is actually 1 upon 3 and this is 1 upon 4. So now we know how to add two fractions. First we need to take the LCM, that would be 12 in this case. So this would give me 4 upon 12 and this would be 3 upon 12. So this would be my final answer, which would be 7 upon 12. So if these terms with exponents as powers, so the power is there, when we have to add or subtract these terms, then we have no direct alternative. So in that case, we have to simplify the expression and take LCM wherever it is needed. So now this is the term. So let's solve another question exactly of this category. Solve this one. So this is the term. So now I can see that this 5 to the power minus 1 actually means 1 upon 5. This 3 to the power minus 1 means 1 upon 3. And in the denominator, again it is 1 upon 5 minus 1 upon 3. So now this is the term. So now this is a different expression and this is a different expression. So in a way, we have to we can't divide these terms right now. We have to first simplify the expression in the numerator and the denominator individually. So if I take the LCM of the terms in the numerator, so the LCM over here is 15 and this gives me 3 plus 5 here, and similarly the LCM over here is 15 and I'm getting 3 minus 5 here. So this is in a way my simplified version. So we have obtained, this is 8 upon 15 whole divided by minus 2 upon 15. This is the sense. So if you are able to judge, I can directly cancel this 15 and this 15. Otherwise, I can write this as 8 upon 15 divided by minus 2 upon 15, which means multiplied by minus 15 by 2. So I am cancelling this 15 and this 15, and minus 2 I can write here or here. So 8 divided by minus 2 gives me minus 4 as the answer. So this is the sense. This is the way, if these terms are being added or subtracted, then we can actually simplify those terms individually and then we can simply divide as we are doing in all the other questions.